want to welcome everyone back to the Dog House, powered by Drunk Sports Combat. Let me get these dogs walking. You already know what time it is. Got my boy King Amin from the championship rounds. You seen him on the Boxing Voice. And you already know I got my boy Bump with me. He's all over Colorado. You already know what time it is with him, man. What's going on, y'all? How we feeling?
Good, man. It's Tuesday. Trying to get to it. Trying to start off the week right. It's really not. Boxing's not in a good place. If we're being truthful.
It's slow. We got to scrounge up topics and shit just to stay active. But yeah, hold up. I want to say something real quick before we get into it, man. So it was brought to my attention just a few seconds ago in our very quick pre-pro meeting. And I was trying to kick Boots back in. Boots Ennis, I fuck with you. Bozy, I fuck with you. All my Philly niggas, I fuck with you. It's just media, babe. You know what I mean? We just talking media, man. I got love for you. And I got love for Brian Norman and them. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully we get that fight one day. But I just wanted to get that out there, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, like you said, man, slow weekend boxing, man, all over the place. Everybody's scratching up topics. There's a decent card this weekend. Uh, there's another really good card coming up in about I think it's in 2 weeks. The Yankee Rivera card. It's got some good shit on it. It's got Jasmine Ortega right up your lane.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got Yoenis Tellez against a boss for like a title eliminator. That has boots ramifications in it as well. And Lucas Body versus Gutierrez. So that's a good card. But right now, I wanted to talk a little bit about because we had Brian Norman Sr. on the show last week. Shout out to him, gave us some good stuff. The show's doing really good. It's getting a lot of views. People are commenting. So shout out to Brian Norman Sr. for dropping gems. But we didn't really get to talk. I wanted to talk Tio and Shakur, man. I think this is a fight that's a mega fight. I'll just break down the scenario real quick for those who ain't know about it. Recently, they've been back and forth calling each other out on Twitter, calling each other bitch this, bitch that. You know what I'm saying? I think Tio said it's going to feel good to make you my bitch in January, you little bitch in January. You better take all the snack you can. And that's not even going to help. Another shot of snack. Victor Conte been catching super strays lately. But I know it's not a unification, right? I guess Shakur would have to go up to 40. But I still like the fight. Shakur, two-time three-division champion, unified former Lineo. Tio, a two-time two-division unified champion, two-time Lineo. Could have been undisputed, but Josh Taylor vacated those belts. But listen, what do you guys think of this fight, man? It looked like it could possibly happen. I'm not sure who's going to put up the money. We know Tio been talking crazy, and I don't like that racist shit. I've always said that. I mean, you know that. I've always complimented Tio's boxing skills. I never really liked the other goofy shit he do when he talk about my people. Now he talked about Turkey's people, so Turkey ain't like that. He fronted on the Devin bag. There's a lot of shit going on with Tio, man. You know what I mean? A lot of fights. He does a lot of talking. A lot of these fights don't go through. But if we can get the Shakur Tio fight, I think that's a great fight. I mean, I'm gonna go to you first. You're close to Jersey, close to Shakur in terms of proximity, where you should live at. He's a hometown kid. What do you think about that fight?
I think it's a good fight. I appreciate the style matchup
Mm-hmm.
because if we thought that Tio, had a good win, a solid win over Loma, it's curiosity to see how he fares against Shakur, who we know Loma wouldn't, he'd rather slit his wrist and fight Shakur. You heard? So I think trying to see if Tio's going to be gassed off that Loma performance, thinking that Shakur is the same individual, even though it's the same style. I think what we found with Tio, the power hasn't really carried up to 40. So if the fight is at 140, we don't really have to worry about Shakur being hurt. Although, it seems like uncharted territory, but not so much when you look at the way Shakur has performed against a quote-unquote puncher. He's already passed that test with William Zepeda, as far as I'm concerned, as far as most boxing fans should be concerned. So I think all of the advantages, if you know boxing, and Bump going to tell us more because he really know them finer points. If you know boxing, I think Shakur has the advantage. Tio is an excellent fighter. I just think, again, the style matchup, Shakur has the advantages, and they gave another opportunity. 3 divisions, right? Feather, junior light or super feather, and then lightweight, and then we're going up to super lightweight. So
Yeah.
Shakur is definitely going to establish himself as an all-time great with the win over Teofimo. You got to speak and receive the belief.
But before I go to you, Tio, very athletic. You know, has athletic style. He's more of almost like a pot shot type of dude, in and out, one shot, good counter puncher. Um, I like the reference about Loma. I think it's a very good reference. But as far as Tio's concerned, would this be? We know Tio has problems with dudes like Jermaine Ortiz. Say what you want about Jermaine Ortiz, but I think he's an incredible fighter. He moves a lot. Um, who else is giving him problems with footwork? Loma. Actually, Loma started off kind of slow in that fight, and if you guys remember, like towards the end of that fight, he started turning up a little bit, but it was kind of too late. Bump, what do you think of this matchup, man? Tio, Shakur, stylistically, what's your thoughts?
Touch you up Tuesdays. It's going
Mm-hmm.
down. All
Let's
right,
go.
here we go.
Touch you up. Oh, you know what
I
Tio said
think,
to him?
The fuck out of here, man. Please.
yeah,
Please.
I think Tio Shakur is a good fight because Tio showed us some dynamic against the 140 pounders.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Joshua real soundly, and I thought he was going to have a lot of problems. Especially because of Joshua's style, his height.
Yeah, he cooked him too. He
But
cooked him.
yeah, but with a fighter with partial skills, a Cambosis, he got turned up on. So Shakur, we believe, is a better boxer than Cambosis and Joshua. We also think he could be a better boxer than Tank. This is why the fight is so interesting in the first place. We don't really know the level of Teofimo Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
He had the good performance against Lomachenko, but he faded late in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Caught him with something. Lomachenko got up and tried to finish him off after he got caught. So
Mm-hmm.
that says something about him and Devin Haney's performance against him. But what about a Shakur Stevens, who they consider to be the better prospect out of all of these fighters? And so this is why it's really going to be a test for Teofimo if he can really rise to the occasion. Yeah, you've done the big fight, so has Shakur, but can you rise to the occasion with a master boxer like Shakur? Because you haven't really faced a master boxer except for Lomachenko, and he started to try to creep after you later. Shakur is going to start a lot earlier than that. So the dynamic goes to, like I said, what will he be able to offer to open Shakur up? I'm thinking he's seen that last fight Shakur had, and he may be thinking volume punching may be the method, but it didn't get the job done. And his opponent was getting countered heavy. So we may this is going to really test. This is going to tell us what was happening in the doghouse a few years ago when all of them guys was in there getting it on behind closed doors, and then footage leaks all of a sudden.
Yeah. These are the matches we want, right? The 4 kings, even though Shakur is basically like the 5th king or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? These are the matches. We got the Tank, we got the Ryan. We saw how that went. And this is another variation of the 4 kings. I like this fight a little bit. Yo, I mean, who puts up the bread for this fight, man? Because we know what happened with To and Turkey, and we know Shakur's a free agent at this point, right? He didn't sign back with Matchroom, and Top Rank is looking for a. I guess they're in the midst of looking for a network or whatever. I think they even have a fight coming on ESPN Deportes or something. Do you think Turkey goes? You know what, To, all is forgiven. I'm gonna give you a huge bag, even though you shitted on my country and my religion. Or he's gonna tell Tio to go fuck himself.
They
No,
could, but
it's not. He's not going to do that. But he's going to say, "Yo, all roads lead back to Turkey. Look at what boxing is. Look at what you said, right? we talking about UFC. They got this $77 billion deal with
Mm-hmm.
ESPN Plus and Disney and all these platforms. PBC ain't shit. Let's just talk about what it is, right? De La Hoya is hanging on to the zone, by they G string, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matchroom is trying to figure shit out again. They don't. I mean, they like the North Club. The nigga shit get shot up. They just changed the sign. It used to be
Yeah.
Club Escape. Now it's Club
Yeah.
Exotics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, my point is that repackaging, these networks, they don't have to be in the Teofimo Lopez business, but
Mm-hmm.
the business of boxing right now,
Mm-hmm.
Turkey's running it, and if it's not Turkey, it's any promoter that's associated with the zone. All the networks are over at the zone, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
is his contract going to get absorbed? I think he's out of his contract. Is he going to go to Queensberry? Because now, as a U.S. fighter, you can't really say I don't want to deal with Queensberry. Suppose Frank Warren becomes a player and he goes to Turkey. He say, Turk, you know what? Just give me half. I'm
Yeah.
I'm UK top rank. Just give me
Yeah.
half of what you was gonna pay them fools. I got the other half. And Your Excellency, if you allow me to whoop wop, make certain arrangements, it's not gonna be a turkey bag, but I bet you Shakur will still eat properly. So I think the business dynamics make it such that you know, Shakur is on the moving train. He's got fights, he's got opponents, and whoever
Yeah.
will fight him, we see Turkey put the bag up. Anybody else, if you're not aligned with Riyadh season or with Queensberry or with even Matchroom, fledgling Matchroom at this time,
Yeah.
or uh,
Matchroom's looking crazy in these streets, but go ahead. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like they don't even got the women's box, the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? MVP, they don't even seem to be in the men's business right now unless you come to as a Puerto Rican to Amanda Serrano. They're right now holding down women's boxing. So you ask me
Yeah.
a question.
I think they got Lucas Body and I think they got Yankee Rivera, but it's not a huge stable over there for men.
And some of them be signed through Box Lab. You got to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Now Tob, we're gonna wrap To up and get into the next thing, but
PB,
Tob pump faking a lot on bump. The boot shit didn't work out. I understand why the Hitch, Richardson Hitchens fight. I thought was gonna be dope. Could have been done in the Garden or could have been done in Brooklyn. Both Brooklyn guys. You know what I'm saying? I like that unification bout. you know, the key, even the Keyshawn, even though Keyshawn's kind of on the back burner right now with Top Rank and everything. Even though it wasn't for a title, he still had a good storyline. He put his hands on Teo's pops, but all these big fights don't seem to be working out. The Subrio thing, me and Bump were just talking about the Subrio thing. Subrio ran down to him. If we don't get this, if this is a pump fake by Teo just to keep his name out in the algorithm, so to speak, Bump, what do you want to see? Would you like to see a unification? You have a plethora of champions at 140 that I think will be good fights from like I said, Hitchison to Subrio. Who else we got? Hitchison, Subrio, Teo. Who's the other champ at 140? Um, Gary
Cata,
Antoine Russell. Yeah.
Catterall.
Catterall,
Um,
yeah. Pitbull's an
you
interim. So
got
this,
you got some fights, man. Yeah.
yeah, you got
Plus
some
you
fights.
got
Go ahead.
Banks' cousin. So Eubanks' cousin who just had the it was a very controversial loss with Catterall. They cut each other, bumped heads during the bout. So
Yeah,
you got some players there at 140. But here's the deal. T.O., you kind of acting like a sissy, B. You'll
yeah,
call these dudes names, and after you call their name, you ain't really down to bed. Terrence Crawford sunned you. He put his arm around you, all on your neck, like a jail photo almost, right? So
yeah,
when you see stuff
yeah,
like that happen,
yeah.
I got a question. How, and I know, and you said you're doing it for promotion, B, but it gets a little. That's weak. Oh, he's a nook. He's a no Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come with something, come hard. Camacho did that already, but Camacho wasn't pumping. He Puerto Rican, so he wasn't saying it you know like you saying it. You just out of pocket right now, and you ain't really down to get busy. You utterly ran from Devin damn near. They chased y'all down in the club. Him and his dad, and you and your dad, and ain't nothing get done. Ain't no,
And
ain't
fronted on a
nobody get
huge
blown
bag
on.
with Devin. Fronted on a
Yeah, are you
huge bag.
crazy?
And
So
then,
so what you're
yeah,
looking like to us is like you're not really down to get busy. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not really down to get busy, stop calling out these monsters. Fight your mandatories like we've been seeing you do, because you're exciting in those fights. I won't lie to you. You get busy in those fights.
who's his
But
mandatory? Let me see.
you're not looking to see Matisse has smacked you in the bathroom, man.
Yeah,
If a
hey,
man smacks me in the bathroom,
yeah,
it's going to be a problem. He smacked you in the bathroom, man. And then you talked even more.
yeah,
So you're
yeah,
looking like the Charlo brother after the plant smack, right?
yeah. Nasty
Plant
work.
can scrap, plant is down. Yeah, you gotta be down for real. So
I
walk
I
is bigger
agree.
than your bite right now. I would like to see more from you.
And in the middle, and I mean, last thing on Tio, in the middle of these negotiations, right, on X between Tio and Shakur, we seen Tio run to Oscar to try to make the Ryan fight. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's just hedging your bets.
We
You know what I
wasting our
mean?
time. We wasting our time with Tio, man. Tio is a man without a country. He ain't even fucking from
Yeah,
Brooklyn. You talking about something to fight for Brooklyn? Let somebody verify that motherfucker from Brooklyn.
that's a
Serrano
fact.
don't know him.
Yeah,
Fucking Hitch, fucking Little
yeah,
Africa don't know him.
yeah,
Fucking Berlanga don't know him.
yeah.
Fucking Joey Badass don't know him. Nobody knows this nigga from Brooklyn. Stop
Maino,
saying he's from Brooklyn.
Mano don't know him.
Even
Uncle Murder don't know him.
Mano don't know him. All right. Bobby Schmurder don't
You
You
ain't
know
know
what
with
him.
I'm
no
saying?
Decepticons verifiably.
You understand? Like, yo, so let's do us a let's do this. Let's help like get him the fuck out of here until he, as my DC nigga said, till he let his nuts drag and
Yeah.
accept one of these fights. Let's not give him any publicity. Let's move on from this motherfucker, please.
Yo, all right, so let's move on to Ryan and Pitbull, man, because we
Another
talk
motherfucker we need to move on from. Ryan
we,
Garcia, who lost the Rolly.
another
Come
motherfucker
on.
out, but we got to talk about that. There was the Golden Boy. Well, Oscar said he didn't want the Rolly Ryan rematch. He rather Tio, right? That was a pump fake. You know what I'm saying? Then you hear the switch to Pitbull. Now, this is a safer fight in my opinion for Ryan. You know what I'm saying? The Golden Boy. Uh, what do you think of this fight, man? You know, because Ryan ain't looked the same since the Duarte. Like, if you look back, the Oscar Duarte fight and the Devin fight, that shit was some Ostarine shit allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could go past the Dev shit. You know what I mean? You just saw Oscar Duarte and Sims fight the other day. He didn't get clipped like that. Ryan ain't that nice. I know the left hook and all that. But what do you think about the Ryan and Pitbull potential fight?
I
Whoever
think
want
it's
to take it.
dangerous for Ryan. And I'll be
Mm-hmm.
short so my brother Ami can get it. I think it's very dangerous for Ryan, especially after Rolly put hands on you, dropped you, and now you got somebody who's even more faster, just dispensed the Rolly. So I don't know why you chose to fight him. And he's going to be all over you, and you know he's going to swing for the fences. Maybe it's a ploy from your management or your trainer that they think that you can run him into a shot or something, but definitely not the fight I would have you take next after that last performance.
So Bump, I'm gonna ask you for some tactical advisement. I want you to call me a liar. I want you to call me a fraud if I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, just walk with me for a second, right? The way Pitbull fight, right? He fight like, you know what I mean, like a short neck nigga. Like he tuck his whole shit like this.
You got that Benzino neck.
Yeah, there we go. Benzino neck ass nigga, right? So when he coming with his shit, he might come in when he shoot it still. He shoot it off. He's only like 5'3", 5'4". Ryan's not going to get a clean shot on his chin, but perhaps he can get a clean shot on the top of his head to the temple, maybe catch Pitbull lunging, he lean back or something, to catch him in the back of the head, catch him with a little turning hook or something like that. It's a safe, dangerous fight. Right? Even without the Ostarine, Ryan may be able to use his height, may be able to set up a few traps, may be able to catch Pitbull slow Pitbull down, maybe catch Pitbull,
Yeah.
make him think. You know how they say, keep him
Find
honest.
find that
You
perfect
gotta have
range.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe in that sense, they're trying to make it a matchmaking delight where they can find Ryan Garcia in a fight that's interesting to where he doesn't look completely up or down, where it looks like, yo, this motherfucker was either off the Osterine or he was fighting below his competition, or he ain't at the level of competition where he was mentioned amongst the kings. Because I damn sure, he put the crown on his head, but you know what I'm saying? He's no more of a king than Slick Rick, as far as I'm concerned.
Ryan ain't won
I,
a
I,
title
I
yet,
want to no, and I want to
right?
agree with you, but at the same time, I have to, I think about the Javante fight
Mm-hmm.
where the height factor is similar, and
Mm-hmm.
the only difference is Javante was more careful, and when he was careful, he was able to navigate through the jab, touch the body, touch the head, and Pitbull is not careful at all.
No.
He's reckless abandon throwing at you. So Ryan is going to be under more duress. He may get knocked out sooner. I'm thinking the ploy could be what you mentioned. Get behind the fierce jab, keep him at a distance, which no one has been able to do with Pitbull yet,
Mm-hmm.
and load up on the right hand as you see him lunge in,
Mm.
or left hand when you see him lunge in, because Ryan is his left hand is the danger, and just
So
really just let that thing go. But good
so
luck.
let's be clear
Good
though.
luck.
So you're saying this is a more dangerous fight? I'm saying I thought it was safe danger. You're saying more
I,
dangerous fight.
I don't see it as more
Yeah.
dangerous. Yeah,
Okay, see?
I see but we got to see which Ryan we're gonna get. If we're gonna get the tepid, timid Ryan against Rolly, you know, that was all for a year. You say what you want, ring rust and maybe being off the stuff. I don't know. Allegedly, people's motherfuckers out here suing YouTubers now, so I got to be careful. You know
Ain't
what
no
I'm saying?
allegedly. That motherfucker, he tested positive.
Yeah.
What is alleged is how it entered his system. But
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I ain't kiss her, she kissed me. That, you know what I mean? Try that one. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck out of here. That shit don't work. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think part of the Rolly shit was because I wanted to get my get back. People don't understand these promoters work for these boxes, but it seems to be flipped. If I was Ryan, I'm saying make that Rolly fight, but I think Rolly scheming on the Pacquiao fight. That's how it looks to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Well,
can
he's
miss
the
me with that.
WBA champion now. And you got to earn a spot when it's a champion. So since they elevated him, WBA may be looking at Ryan like, I don't think so. We don't want you like that. Um, Also, with that being said, look at look at uh, uh, the history. Rolly generally punks him in training when they spar together. It's tough to beat certain sparring partners that just know your style. They just know you. I I don't think Ryan believes he can win that fight. So,
And so bump
you know,
to your
okay,
point.
I lost.
That's what
Big
I
deal.
that's what I felt like. In a rematch, not only is the title an issue, now I beat you already. And Rolly's the kind of dude you don't want confident that he can beat you, because not only is he a hard worker, as limited as he might be, right? He's hard working, and the technique that he has, he works hard on it, and he knows how to implement it against someone that maybe does not work as hard as him. You get what I'm saying? All the talent in the world. Work ethic is the difference between those two guys. Dedication is the difference between those two guys. And one guy, I think, will put it together even more, put it on him because he won the first time. You know what I'm saying? He's going to know exactly what to look for. He's not going to be bothered by the lunging hooks. He's going to stay out the way like he did the whole fight. Like, I got you, and you can't even lay a fucking glove on me.
Yup.
This will be a safe redemption fight for Ryan. I think he beats. I think he beats Pitbull. Pitbull's a dog, but I just don't. I just think, like you said, I mean, the short arms, finding the range, you know what I mean. Like Ryan's not gonna go inside with him all fight. I think, like you said, he sets some traps, sets that left hook up, and I think if he's anything like he was, he might even. I don't think he's gonna stop him, but he might even get a knockdown or two. You never know. You know what I mean?
He gonna steal around, landing the harder, cleaner punches at different points where baby boy gonna be over there swimming and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, now again, it's gonna be when he lands the hooks. It's gonna be the
Yeah.
whole build up the real Mexican versus the fake Mexican,
Right,
and
the
blah
De La
blah
Hoya
blah.
Vargas, De La
You know,
Hoya Vargas,
and I'm curious to see,
or Chavez, really, I should say, right? Chavez more than, yeah,
let me take it even further, right?
yeah,
Because first of all, we all know the boy need his ass beat, but if you're gonna be a racist piece of shit, or at least present yourself as that way, I wonder how incendiary he's gonna be with regard to referencing Pitbull's Mexican heritage. He's gonna be as disparaging as he was against African Americans and blacks, or is it just
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like people like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I understood the sentiment between not wanting him to eat and not wanting him to have opportunity to get money because of the bullshit he did.
Yeah, him and
Um,
T.O.
and- yeah, I mean the both of them. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's sometimes you just put them in the ring and get their ass beat, and they keep getting exposed to the point where people are no longer wanting to be bothered with watching them to be exposed. That's where those guys, really have to settle in the world of boxing. You got to put them in there with somebody that's going to whoop their ass, and then when we feel like they're finally exposed. And so maybe this is for some, maybe because remember the shit. Like one thing you left out, Cash. One thing that Ryan, when he was talking about Oscar, don't call me, and you gave my fight away, and all this old pussy shit he talking.
But then
Maybe
he walked it back a couple of days later on some
nah,
stream.
but
Did you hear that shit?
forget about all that.
Yeah,
You look at the fact that De La Hoya may have said, a motherfucker, is sink or swim. It's either I need you or I don't need you. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put
I thought
you
he
in
was trying
there.
to cash him out against T.O., but that didn't fall
Of course
through.
he was, but that looked too.
Yeah.
Listen, that looked too obvious, yo. meet me and come in the building with me. Come in the building with me by yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, come in the
He
building
said,
with
by
me.
yourself.
He said, yo, word, you got
That's a
3
polo
bricks.
ground
Hit him
statement.
with the camera on Makai fight. Word, you got 3 bricks.
You got 14 bricks right there.
But yo, only thing, and help me out with this, because Ryan said he has 1 fight left with him. De La Hoya says he has a couple of fights left. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if it's 1 fight, it's a cash out for De La Hoya.
We'll never know unless or until. Again, remember, if the boy get his ass beat, I don't need you. Fuck the mother fights on your deal, right? But if something good happened, we can still hoe him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the
slut
trap.
him out.
You're gonna get out there and sell that ass until you're on your rag.
Yeah. Before we get into the last topic, which is
That's how it goes too.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, which I find bizarre. I want to say, yo, the couple of the fights came out on the undercard of Canelo and Terrence Crawford that I really like. The Kalen Walsh versus Vargas Jr. I like that fight. I know people are complaining about this, and the Lester Martinez versus Billy is going to be
That's
fire. That's just
Billy
great. Any
is
thoughts
fire.
on that?
Billy is the grin cruncher.
That and Billy fight's going to be somebody going to sleep. And I don't think it's going to be Lester Martinez, to be honest with you. But go ahead.
Lester Martinez better pack a lunch, man. And Billy is a boss. Every time they count him out, he eats your breakfast. He take your shots. He mauls you. He hits you with so much
definitely
power.
A pressure fighter. He reminds me of the nigga. He reminds me of the dude. The Eat Clean dude. The dude that be, you know what I'm talking about? We seen him at the fight. I mean, you know what I'm talking
Sean
about?
Porter with power.
NDO champ.
Okay.
That's a good comparison though. Sean Porter with power, because he's a grinder.
Yeah.
He comes forward. A little bit more.
He's not as sloppy as Sean though. Sean was.
No, you're right.
Yeah. He's more tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he'll hooker, he'll throw an uppercut because and he'll switch up those punches and vary them based on how close he is, and he's a close combat fighter, so he's only jabbing to assure his range, and after that he's going to get hooks. He's going to come in with hooks, loop it in. He's definitely going to make it an exciting fight. Martinez, I don't think, has been in the ring with a fighter on that caliber. So while he does have the power advantage. And Billy
he lets his hands go. He lets his hand go in combos. That's gonna be good. And the Kalen Walsh, 2 young dudes, both come forward guys. I think Vargas might have a little bit more like technical skill than him. I don't know. That's gonna be good. I like that fight a lot too. I have to really dig deep into that because everyone's all over Emiliano. You know what I mean? But I think this kid don't get his props. Armando, No disrespect, but I think those are the two. All right, let's get into Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Now you looking at me sideways like this fight is picking up some legs. I heard Eddie Hearn the other day. He said at first when he heard this fight, he was like, "This fight is ludicrous. It's like Jake Paul is delusional. There's no way Jake Paul would take this fucking fight." But it looks like Anthony Joshua, instead of fighting Deontay Wilder, like we still want to see. I know a lot of people think that ship is sailed. Not for me. You know what I mean? The Usyk fight, obviously, he's already lost to him twice. He got sparked by Dubois. No one wants to see him versus Parker. There's not a lot of things left for Joshua at this point, other than the ones I just named, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see a Michael Hunter. He's too wet behind the ears, or even one of the big babies. This fight is a money grab, but I think if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's nuts because you're no longer a novice. You're actually ranked now, I believe. I haven't checked the new rankings, but I think is he ranked? I believe he's ranked now, right?
Number 15.
He's 15, right? You'd be going up in weight. I'd rather fight Zordo if I was him. I think Anthony Joshua knocks his fucking head off. I think he should go up to Cruiser maybe. First, I'm all over the place with this. He's no longer a novice. But he's not, to me, he's still not a real boxer. And no disrespect. I know what he's doing in women's boxing. I get all that. I respect that. MVP, they out here cooking. I respect his business acumen. But I think this is suicide, man. I mean, what do you think about this fight?
Let's go with the tactical element first.
All right.
Two-time world heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to like the route. It's the mentality when he was counted out. That's a bar. You ain't gotta like the route, but it's the mentality when he was counted out.
That's a fact.
Like but that's so real. Whether it was against Andy Ruiz, whether it was against Usyk, and he still took the rematch. You know what I'm saying?
And fought the wrong fight, but yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is at this point, this is who you're talking about. Hey, listen, got sparked out by Daniel Dubois, right?
Yeah.
But this is who you're talking about. You're talking about a two-time world champion that's been in the ring with, the best of the best at that level consistently, perennial contender.
Facts.
And the thing is, he hasn't been in this position for a long time. So while we talking about the Wilder fight, I think for him, if you looked at what's at stake, as far as the money, the notoriety, the business of it, like Anthony Joshua has been a businessman, whether it's the Subway adverts, the Hugo Boss shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The man is about Cricket Wireless in Nigeria, like that. That man is an industry.
Yeah, good looking dude, brolic, chicks love him, all that. He's marketable.
Bro, paying fighters, like ask for Dal Riley. He gave him $30,000 to go back to Nigeria and to go see, or excuse me, pardon me, go back to Africa and go see his family. Like that man, bought Lawrence Okoli a presidential rollie, and when he left the match room, and just he's a good dude for the sport. My point is, as you mentioned,
he's just a duck. He's just a duck.
Jake Paul is also good for the sport.
Better not fuck me, son.
This fight, it's very easy,
Wait, you breaking up? I mean, my fault. What'd you say? Say the last thing again.
Nah, because you got the sound. You got like Howard Stern and shit. Got the sound bites. It's a necessary evil. It sounds funny. Again, I'm not like thrilled about the fight, but if we really want to see where Jake Paul is at, throw him in there against a former two-time world heavyweight champion. Even if you think that heavyweight champion is a little, scared, a little bit timid. It's so cool, but that's the risk we take. Who gives a shit? I ain't worried about that.
I don't think he's timid. I don't think Anthony Joshua was timid. You feel timid? I think he was timid with Wilder, but I don't think he's timid.
So maybe there's the thing. We none of us will really know, and that's the curiosity. Of him getting in the ring. Now again, he may be more confident, but he talked all that shit to Daniel Dubois and get sparked out. We don't know shit, bro. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know. He told Anthony Joshua, he told Daniel Dubois, shut up talking. It's different.
I remember that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Dubois was like, he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. So went in there and knocked that motherfucker out. So one can never tell from the buildup of the fight. We have to see. And again, I think Anthony Joshua knows if anything happened to me on Netflix, listen, hear me out very carefully.
Yeah.
If anything happens to me on Netflix worldwide.
Yeah.
When I'm fighting Jake Paul, it happened on Netflix. Any sponsorships, any endorsements, anything you want from me, and he's a good sport. Yeah, forget about the meltdown against Usyk. That really broke his heart. But if all the sponsorships, anything, he's a gracious man. You think fucking Mike Tyson when he lost to Lennox Lewis was gracious? Heaven forbid Anthony Joshua loses to Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna happen. What's the play for Jake Paul before I give it a bump? What's the play for him? What's he's not being he's not beating Anthony Joshua. I don't give a fuck. He beat her
He already
over the
lost to
head.
Tommy Fury. Who gives a shit? He could lose to anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Losing to Anthony Joshua. Hey,
But what's the play? If you want to be a real, if that's like a built-in excuse. Oh, I fought a 2-time heavyweight champion. That's almost like a built-in excuse again. I want to see him against Zordo. I want to put him in there with Jai Hopataya. Put him. I know that's never gonna happen, but you know what I mean. Put him in there with a guy in his weight class. What is he campaigning at? 75?
But here's the thing, and I'm gonna let Bump get some too. I'm gonna let him enjoy his food though. But here's the thing,
put him in there with a Badu Jack.
But and that would be a good fight. But you're talking about a well-experienced champion,
right?
But
older. Yeah,
that doesn't work. Like think about how matchmaking works. You understand what I'm saying? Like Sugar Ray Leonard retired and waited 5 years to fight Margolin Hagler. Like we've seen funny shit happen. So remember the business of it. Jake Paul is going to make the undercard. Whatever. This is the speculation I heard. Motherfuckers think, you know what I'm saying? Just because I retired, and I ain't retired, but I was trying to use an analogy. The point is, Katie Taylor and Alicia Bumgarner was a fight, and I think that's a terrible fucking fight.
Yeah.
First of all, Terry Harper look a little bit more scrumptious on the backside a little bit. That's another day.
Yeah.
But listen to me, because again, and I'm using that as an analogy, but we're talking about a shitty fight between Alicia Bumgarner and Katie Taylor. But I gotta welcome it because what it does for women's boxing, right? They're making this girl Bumgarner the new face, and then it makes right. So you put that as the co-main of Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul on Netflix, my brother. It's business.
But he could do that with anybody. He fought Nate Robinson. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
That was the zone. The zone. It's different. It's different money. It's different money. It's different market. It's different eyes. It's different.
But if he gets sparked out, which he will, doesn't that fuck the brand up?
It could.
He's building his legacy on the climb. No. If you peaked out already, what's the benefit in that?
But he's
a YouTuber, and he fought the hype of boxing.
Unless he's cashing himself out, where do you go after that?
Well, I mean, if you fight Anthony Joshua and lose, that's not the worst thing that can happen.
That's the built-in excuse, though. You feel me?
No, but if he does that and turns around and beats another little fighter, it's no big deal. Because remember, he lost to Tommy Fury, turned around and fought the bare knuckle champion Mike, and beat the homie Mike out, right? So it's not like it's a big toll on what happens to Jake Paul. I think the bigger thing is if Joshua loses this fight, I mentioned it earlier. Andre Ward just challenged Anthony Joshua also. If a super middleweight is challenging you to a fight and a YouTuber is challenging you to a fight, what does that say about you being the former heavyweight champion?
Nobody want to see Andre Ward fight fucking. I don't even think I was gonna say maybe the casuals, but I don't even think the hardcores care about that fight.
Nobody. Listen, let me tell you something. With all due respect, Andre Ward,
son of God,
motherfuckers may know who I am more than Andre Ward, and he's a former world champion. I'm being real. I'm talking about today.
Got a boring style.
I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about in his heyday. In his heyday, still, you got to find 3 boxing enthusiasts that know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I used to fuck with Ward. I fucked with Ward, the Super 6 and all that, the Kovalev. I fucked with Ward. The whole top rank shit. I was tight when he went away for a couple of years. I was an Andre Ward fan.
But you talking
was the man. He's still a man.
But you talking about people. Ask the casual fan what the fuck the Super 6 was, gentlemen, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could be a fan of Andre Ward because you had to be a fan of Mikkel Kessler and Carl Froch as well.
Yeah,
And
Carl
guys,
Froch,
nobody know who the fuck they are either.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
to Bump's original point, nobody wants to see Andre Ward fight and come out of retirement. Unfortunately, they looking at my man Anthony Joshua as an easy look. They smell pussy. You know what I'm saying? They treating him like, you know what I'm saying, like house party and shit. You heard? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like stab and boogaloo shrimp or boogaloo.
I mean, you fucked me up with this shit. That's that house party shit, right? But let me tell you a quick story. I used to ball, right? I used to ball up in Riverside, and we used to play against the Couches and all that, right? And dudes used to be up in the gym in Riverside and up in the Bronx, and when they would cut a dude up, they used to be like, "What you smell? I smell pussy." You know what I'm saying? He used to be violent, but so that just brought me back. But
that's what they doing to Anthony Joshua then.
But how? Andre Ward, how long Andre Ward been out the ring? 6 years? 5 years?
Yo, hold on.
Kovalev fight for like a decade ago, fella.
Hold on. Yeah. We finger the same. Hold on, Cash, because we finger the same. You said you want controversy. We finger the same bitch. You wanna know why? Because when Andre Ward, when Turkey was offering him to fight Canelo, Andre Ward talking about a maybe, baby, like you just got the same bitch pregnant. You heard?
I thought he should have took that fight.
Well, but don't tell me about no fucking Andre Ward when he ducked Canelo, nigga. Don't tell me that shit. Don't tell me that shit. I don't want to hear that. Fuck your man.
He's looking for a lick, pause, because the money might be getting low. Yeah,
exactly. The money ain't getting low.
Hold up, I gotta defend Drake. Drake called Canelo out first. And Canelo wouldn't take that fight.
I remember he did in the Canelo would not take that fight. I remember that. He did call him out.
Once Ward called him out about 5 times, they was like, he ain't trying to fight you. He retired. Once he was retired for about 2-3 years.
What's the benefit for Canelo? And I'm not.
He just fought Kovalev. He like fight the dude that beat Kovalev. So
this is way after the Kovalev shit. This is in retirement.
Ward was like, let's get it on. Canelo was like, nah. So when Ward retired about 2-3 years, him and Floyd said something about Canelo fighting somebody. He was like, I'll knock you out, Floyd, now. Fight me now. Then he was saying it to Ward. Ward like, man, I'm cool. I'm interviewing people now.
You should have took that. That'd have been a lick. That'd have been ask fucking what's my man who smacked Charlo? Ask Caleb Plant if that wasn't worth it.
Caleb Plant.
Nah, it's bump. You try to cap for your man. This is what he did. He came in the room. I'll fight anybody in here. Cash stood up and said, "Yo, I'll shoot the one. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to anybody else."
Bump got on the SOG. Bump got on the SOG cape, and that shit is flying in the wind right now.
And look, Andre Ward, a church nigga, he always know how to get back. You know what I'm saying? He'll be all right, pass around and put that honorarium fee. He know how to get niggas good.
You know what? What was this?
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
I know. I know.
But I fuck with Ward.
You know
I fuck with Ward. Honestly, I
the
really
only
do. And
thing
I love when he shut Kovalev's racist
ass
up. So Ward, respect for that. You know what
I
mean?
I'm just having some fun with him. But
me too.
The only thing that pissed me off about Ward was all your fights were in California. All of them. Every last one. You never left home base to fight.
He from Oakland, right? He from Oakland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During that whole Super 6, all fights for him took place in Cali.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And that I was like, it's a smart move. But goddamn it, come on, man. We travel. Let's see what happens outside of home.
And again, all jokes aside, Andre Ward has a stellar career. I didn't like the Dawson fight. I thought Chad Dawson should have never came down and wait to fight him, but they'd offer him a good bag. That's the way he was doing boxing at that point. It was shitty money. He had to do it. But I tip my hat to Andre Ward. I love the fact that he's a born southpaw, but he fights orthodox, and he just has one of the best catch, parry, and shoot combinations against, I believe, Sullivan Barrera that anyone's ever seen. Still in all, these are all the musings of a hardcore boxing enthusiast, and he just doesn't have the cachet, right? And he's looking for the cachet by fighting the likes of an Anthony Joshua. So to be undefeated, to be Olympic, and to be all of that, all the accolades, people still couldn't pick you out of a lineup. everybody knows who Anthony Joshua is.
Yeah.
At least not in the boxing world. Definitely in the UK, he's a worldwide figure.
Yeah. Oh, you make me. Last thing you made me think. I said the fucking Wilder fight, but yo, I think he could go snatch up Tyson Fury out of fucking retirement, go to Wimbledon or whatever the fuck that shit is, a whole 100,000 people, whatever it is, and get the bag, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
AJ?
bigger fight. Yeah, AJ. Why that fight's not happening? That's the biggest shit in the world.
Fury pump faking. He trying to test the waters. You know, he do his bullshit.
Trying to get Usyk again?
I'm not retired. No, just talk about I'm retired. I'm not retired.
He was training the other day like Usyk. I'm the only one that can beat you or whatever.
You're a big dosa. You're a big dosa.
Yeah,
and you're in here with the great one, Tyson Fury.
Shit played out though. That shit that we know it work against Wilder and everybody else. It just doesn't work against Fury. So we don't want to hear that shit. If anything, hey, you know what? Fury and Dubois. Let's see Fury and Dubois.
I think Fury.
Yeah,
I gotta see it to believe it. Because again, y'all believe in Fury. It's still worth a damn.
No, I just see
I think
all the problems he had with Usyk, and I think Fury's a tick under Usyk. I really believe that. You know what I mean? Like just a tick under Usyk. You know what I mean?
He can box. He can box.
Guys,
but the heavyweight scene is just not.
And I thought he had the first fight. I thought he started playing games. Why? I don't know. I thought he had that first fight. If he didn't play games, he got caught with that big shot, and then it kind of went downhill from there.
So take me with y'all when y'all go buy a car and shit, because y'all motherfuckers go get that old ass Benz. You heard? Because if you don't believe that Fury is fucking damaged by this point, he's damaged. That's why not only did he lose, because listen, Usyk is good. He's very good. He'll be considered a great heavyweight. But he's damaged from the Wilder Wars. Then he was fed to Usyk. Remember, he had a diet. He got to beat up on Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, I think Chisora.
Easy work.
You know what I'm saying?
Chisora
Like, come on, man. That nigga had a diet. And then he's damaged. You get in there with somebody like Dubois. Dubois is too dumb to realize he's damaged. You heard? Like Dubois, he don't, you know what I'm saying? He bounced right back up. Fuck it. Now, we got to take it easy because Dubois has been partying behind the scenes with no implied alcohol or drugs, just not focused on fighting. His father's really taking control of the camp and been gotten him mixed up with the bullshit, got him an entourage, you know what I'm saying? So he's
feeling himself.
Feeling himself in that regard, but he's going to come in there trying to knock Fury out. Fury ain't going to be able to just get in his head. Like, motherfucking, like, yo,
do you think Fury would come back for that, though? I don't know.
I think
that's a big enough fight.
But it's a good fight. I think he's scared to take it, but it's a good fight.
Yeah. You think he's scared to take it? Really?
That's me, personally.
I don't think Fury's afraid of Dubois. I don't think it challenges him enough. I think Fury is he presents nothing new that Fury hasn't dealt with, and
I don't know if the bag is big enough unless Turkey steps in. I know the AJ Fury bag is huge. Just for that, that country, right?
Yeah, the money's there, but like, cause he's with Turkey, right? So we just watched Fury do his interview. It was him. It was Crawford. They're all sitting on the couch with Turkey. So they've got something planned for Fury. What it is, we don't know. But I don't really think Dubois is the guy to bring that out of him, especially after the way he just lost to Usyk. Like that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, and that was the second go round. Yeah, you didn't present any danger. And your power, will it really translate against Fury, who you're not going to hit flush? You're not going to get a flush shot off. But you will get hit. Yeah. That's for sure.
All right.
So Dubois is not that dude for the bag for Fury. Fury needs something big. And there's nothing out there in the heavyweight division. This heavyweight division is not what, like, Mike Tyson runs through everybody in this current heavyweight lounge. Lennox Lewis would destroy everybody in this current heavyweight lounge in his prime compared to their primes. Ray Mercer. You want to see merciless Ray Mercer? None of these guys can beat Tommy Morrison, in my opinion. And Ray Mercer get a hold of one of them, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It's a whole fact.
So we just have to
Absolutely, man.
enjoy what we're seeing, I guess, the competitive nature of these guys. Because
I agree. I agree, man. Salute to you guys because it's a slow week in boxing and we still scratched up some shit that's gonna get some clicks. You know what I'm saying? So that's some real dog out shit. You know what I mean? But
and a YouTuber just challenged your former heavyweight champion. You remember that, guys?
that's a fact. That's a fact.
See how that
Good
turned
fight
out.
this weekend. Dillian White possibly might get sparked out by Moses Atama. We'll see. Everybody's saying that.
Mhm.
Who else? Who else was on that card? I think Nick Ball's on that. Right, Nick Ball's on there. Ray Ford's on that card. Who else is on that card?
We just
Herkovich is on
talked
that
about it too.
card, I believe.
Philippe Perkovich. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good card this weekend. Make sure you check that out in the zone. But yo, it's been another episode of the Doghouse powered by Drunk Sports Combat. King Amin, my man Bump, it's Cash, and we out of here the next week. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
We out.